With Zach Calaro suspended for one game after failing to respond to an off-season drug test request, Chris Strevler taking the reins under center for the Bombers for their opener, the first start since last July for the fan favorite on the opposite side tonight. He has yet to beat Winnipeg in his career, but he's certainly hoping tonight is the night, especially after the performance Nathan Rourke had on Saturday. It was incredible. 75% of his pass attempts, 324 yards, 3 touchdowns, earning him the honor of top performer in the CFL for week number 1.
It'll be a great cup right here at Princess Auto Stadium, where it is sold out tonight. 6th time in a row that they packed this place with a sellout. That's returned to the 30. Left in the league's leading rusher, Brady Oliveira, tucked into his right. They'll hand it off to Brady, pushing it ahead, and that's a pickup of 5 yards on first down. Let's take a look at this Winnipeg offense tonight. Well, for the Bombers, empty backfield for Strevler, throwing here. Quick release, first down, and that's Condensed. Give him catches in 72 consecutive games. Pains. And they'll run it again. Brady Oliveira, a big hole, and he's going to take off to the 40. Here goes Brady to the 30. They track him down from behind. Gary Peters gets there, but a big one from Brady early.
Tight end running formation. There's Brady Oliveira to the left of Strevler. Watch the jump cut as he bounces outside. That offensive line collapse it down into the middle. Good recognition for Brady, and now it's open field for the leading rusher a year ago.
How much of the threat to run from Strevler do you think opens things up for Brady tonight?
It can pick your poison.
Oliveira quickly 49 yards on 2 carries. 1st and 10 from the BC 20. Strevler throwing here. How about an end zone shot? Got it! It's Dembski, hauls it in. Strevler strikes early, and the Bombers open it with a bang.
Well, the run to Brady Oliveira freezes linebackers. They're not able to get deep, and also takes the attention of the defensive backfield just for a split second, allowing Nick Dembski in behind coverage, composure in the pocket from Strevler. He drops it over the top of that coverage.
Including 3 carries of 10 yards or more last week. They'll start it on the ground here, right up the middle. Decent enough pickup on first down.
Your halfback leads the team in tackles, but he's around the ball.
He had 85 of them last year. Rourke spins, looking for a man down the field. Heaves one up too high for McInnes. And that'll bring up 3rd down, and they'll be forced to punt it away on the first offensive possession of the game for the visitors. Get away, average 53.3 yards per punt last week against Edmonton. Hangs this one up there. Raul waits, takes it just inside the 15. Contained at first, but now finds a little bit of space, far sideline, and takes it out beyond the 35. And a nice return for his first touch of the ball game. Strevler will get the ball back. 2nd and 22 for Strevler. Has to throw it away at the feet of his running back in there, former University of Alberta Golden Bear, Matthew Peterson.
Last year.
Rourke starting in midfield, looking for Hatcher. Broken up neatly by the safety, Jamal Parker.
Now, he may have had the assignment here to rob those intermediate crossing route throws, but it looked to me like he was in a straight vice on Hatcher. In other words, almost double covering Keon Hatcher, and BC Lions lucky he didn't take that one.
So they'll back him up, 2nd and 15 for Rourke. 3 to the left, 3 to the right. He goes to the left. That one up for grabs, intercepted on the far side of the field. Marquise Bridges takes it away, and the Bombers have the momentum once again.
Well, they may have to have those certain discussions they had, the BC Lions, at halftime last week against Edmonton, but it was intended for Justin McInnes, this throw, and it was a good throw. I mean, this is Nathan Rourke looking the opposite way, trying to draw the safety away from it. There's the sit down by McInnes. It goes through his hands, and that's kind of the wheelhouse for Justin McInnes. He wants those high throws because he has the great reach and the long arm. So, you know, every receiver likes it a little different.
In at running back, I'm trying to find Brady Oliveira on the sideline. Haven't located him yet. This one bounces up, almost picked off. And that bounces at the 40, will bring up third down, and we're looking at a deep shot from Sergio Castillo. And he had 2 from outside of 60. This is a 49-yarder from the right hash. That is up, and that is through. Great start for the Bombers. They are on top, 10-0 in their home opener at Princess Auto Stadium. We're going to send it down to Britt Dort here in just a second for a little bit more on Strevler's journey back, but an update on Brady Oliveira.
All I'm being told right now, guys, is that Brady is in the locker room. They will provide updates as the game goes on. But for Strevler, it is an exciting time for him. A lot of gratitude for this guy because he's in the league as a starter. Again, something he experienced in 2018. And he said, I took it for granted because I didn't appreciate it. The opportunity happened so fast for me when I first came to the CFL. This time around, he's coming back after a major knee injury he sustained in the Banjo Bowl, where he tore basically every ligament in that knee.
Development in this game. Rourke makes the handoff. Now dumps it off to Catoy, and he'll try to lunge ahead. 7 catches last week for 88 yards for the big receiver.
Quite as comfortable as he was a week ago, that's for sure.
Jake Thomas playing in his 129th consecutive game. Rourke with a lot of time. Now he's flushed into the pocket. He's going to take off on the run. First down and more. Look at this. Rourke down to the 40. Steps out of bounds just inside the 30. And boy, is he dangerous when he gets out of the pocket. Red zone trip for the Lions from the 13. That is batted down quickly. Rourke tried to get rid of that ball right away, but Michael Griffin was there in his face to knock it down.
As good as Nathan Rourke's been early in his journey, this has been his kryptonite. Winnipeg Blue Bombers, he's 0-4, including that one playoff game. And if you look at the numbers, this has just been a defense that he's had trouble trying to figure out. Well, let me put it this way. This is a defense that a lot of teams have had a lot of trouble trying to figure out.
Especially here, they're 37-6 at home since 2019. Second and 10 from the 13. Rourke dumps it off far side, and that is batted down. Butler, his running back, denied by Griffin again. Back-to-back plays by Griffin to force a field goal attempt here for Sean White. 20-yard attempt for Sean White. And the most accurate kicker in the history of the league knocks that one home. In the dressing room still. I'm sure we'll see more of Peterson. That's down the field and intercepted. Bounced off of him. Oh, it looked like he had it, didn't it? Williams gonna want that one back.
2 from the linebacking core now in back-to-back series. One when Mike Awe had that tip in his hands and just wasn't ready for it. And this one would have been a tough catch by Deontay Williams, who is the cover linebacker for the Lions. He had to go over his shoulder, try and play receiver there, and just couldnn't hang on. But
outside of that run, they only have 11 yards.
Yeah, so. Exactly.
8-10 here. Rourke in the pocket. Deep down the field into double coverage for Hatcher. And it falls incomplete. Dietrich Nichols had come over to help his safety. Strevler fakes the handoff. Far side. Finds Dalton Schoen, and there's a guy that we've not seen in quite some time. Good to see him back in the league, and he gets involved here.
And that second year.
Yeah, 2 monster seasons. Wilson pushes it ahead. First down for the Bombers. Let's take a look at some ins and outs here for Winnipeg.
Back end.
Strevler hands it off. A little bit of space, pushing it out beyond the 35. Some help from the line as well for the rookie Peterson. 2nd and 4. For Strevler, final play of the quarter. Kept it, bobbled it, got it back, tries to push it ahead. And that is going to be close depending on the spot. Might be a little bit short. of the first down. But we'll get that when we return to Winnipeg, where it's a good start for the Bombers in their home opener without Zach Collaros at Princess Auto Stadium. They have a 10-3 lead over the 1-0 BC Lions on Thursday Night Football.
And let it happen.
Strevler down the field. It's Dembski again. Can he get there? Defended well and broke it up. Well, you got a hand on it. Strevler, deep shot to Dembski. Wide side right. Throws it to the left. Quickly looking for Schoen. And Gary Peters steps in. And Gary Peters takes it away.
Christophe Bellieu with a couple of plays here. He gets the assist here because he's coming down low, playing safety, but playing in the line of scrimmage and coming on the blitz. So Strevler feels that blitz from not only him, but Ben Holadik on the other side. And Gary Peters
tried to do it.
Well, he's trying to get up and run, I think. I think he's trying to get up and run. He's going, I got to get up. I got to go. I got to go.
So Jefferson plays, got this crowd back into it. Now they bring some heat. That's almost picked off. Nichols was waiting for that ball to come to him. Strevler from his own 7. Pressured, gets away, dumps it off. Dembski comes up with it. There's a flag as Dembski pushes ahead to the 25. And this is going to be against the BC Lions, I think.
It was way back there in the...
Wait, was it late contact on Strevler here, I'm wondering?
Major foul. Roughing the passer.
Yeah.
BC number 3.
More face maskish than late. Now they'll hand it off again. A good burst. Right up the middle by Peterson, who remains in the ball game. And what a glorious, I mean, huge shoes to fill. Huge shoes to fill. Probably no bigger shoes to fill in the Canadian Football League than those of Brady Oliveira.
But almost 30 pounds heavier.
He's got some weight on him. Yep. Back to Peterson again, trying to push it ahead. Always in there. If it's not a first down, it'll be very close, and they'll bring Terry Wilson in to keep the drive alive.
Perfect schedule, doesn't matter.
This year's schedule has them 5 in a row against the West to start, including a rematch with BC next Saturday.
Yeah, but to start with the bye, so you get to see every other team. BC Lions with a new OC and head coach.
Peterson again. Be another first down as Winnipeg just decides to run it right up the middle. Peterson in, now directly behind Strevler, slides over to his right. Strevler, wide side of the field, drops it in there, one tackle missed, trying to lunge ahead for the first down. It's Clercius, and they'll be very close once again. Wilson back in to take care of short yardage business, needs a yard, pushes ahead, and he's got it. First and 10 from the BC 38. Back to Peterson. Found a hole. Right up the middle. Down to 15. What a move. Matthew Peterson at 5. Touchdown. Welcome to the Canadian Football League. Matthew Peterson with his first career house call.
With a CFL contract.
Yeah, he got himself a job and probably a massive pack of Kleenex when he was at Costco. What a great day.
Macaroni, a big, huge...
48 boxes of KD.
Keep his quarterback upright.
Rourke out of the pocket. Is he going to run again? Kind of forced to in this situation, and he'll push ahead, and that'll be a first down for Nathan Rari. Much through the air, though. 1 for 9 to start this game. Wants to throw here. Can't go. Pressure right up the middle. Kyrie Wilson gets there. And a rough night for Rourke continues to get in front of Kyrie Wilson. Second and long. Looking to dump it off to Butler, but it falls incomplete. The crowd here in Winnipeg bringing it in this home opener as well.
Well, not the press box, the scouting box.
Strevler this time, a little bit of a draw, read well, and goes nowhere. That was Tavai again, getting a little bit of help as well.
Hey, can we stop the run?
Time to step up and stop the run.
Yeah.
Well, they do it there. Jamison Sheen, end over end. Drops it just inside the be a single.
It was a tough start for Brady Oliveira. Changed his training, changed his approach a little bit in the offseason.
Strebler drops one out there for a first down as he gets it to Stearns, the former Rider, making his first catch with the Bombers.
Be ready.
They need 7. Strebler throwing quickly, batted down at the line.
And it's not exotic blitzes either.
2 for 11, just 10 yards. Rourke, this time down the field, heaves one out there at the 30, and it's hauled in, turning his body around. A big boost for the Lions offense from Aiden Eberhardt.
Aiden Eberhardt, he is the number 2 receiver in the slot and is just running a straight post. And this is the first time that a little bit of time given to Nathan Rourke, and look what he can get done if you give him a little bit of time. Back shoulder, good location of the football for Eberhardt to go up and rip that down.
And the Lions work from the Winnipeg 27. 7 on the line. Rourke rolls to his right. He's going to take off to the 20, stumbling. Stays on his feet and gets out of bounds about a yard shy of what would have been a first down with 39 seconds on the clock here in the opening half. And now he'll push ahead, and he'll pick up the first down to about the Winnipeg 15. What a boost this would be for the Lions after getting nothing in the first half if they could score late. 1st and 10 for the Winnipeg 15. Empty backfield for Rourke. Dumps it off. Far side is running back. And Butler gets about 8 before he's wrapped up once again by Griffin. Boy, we've said Griffin's name a lot. Nathan Rourke up behind center, trying to push it in himself, and he does. BC Lions touchdown. Nathan Rourke finishes off a mighty important drive in the end zone, and the Lions offense finally shows some life.
And if you're a young quarterback watching this game, this is how you run short yardage with your eyes up. Don't bury yourself in the line of scrimmage and not look where you want to run to.
He's feeling that one. Drive starts on the 26. Rourke gets it away quickly, and that is held on to. That was a tight window, but Berryhill is able to grab it. That's his first catch of the game.
Regroup, good to go.
Picked up 7 after a career-high 105 last week. This time they'll give it to Butler. Butler trying to push ahead. Good second effort. And that final push might be enough for a BC first down, and it is. Of Rourke. He looks that way. And now he will go to McInnes. That's his first catch of the ball game. Left in this ball game for the Lions the rest of the way. But get it away quickly. That's going to be a first down as Rourke moves it again efficiently into the hands of McInnes.
Yeah, and that was the first thing I wanted to look at. And
Butler in behind. Takes the handoff. Rourke wants to go downfield. He'll heave one down there. Incomplete. Was looking for Hatcher. Bonds was there. And Evan Holm had come over to help out as well. 2nd and 10 for the BC 50. Bombers show pressure and they'll bring it. And that is batted down. Of course, Willie Jefferson. Second and 7. Strebler down the field, has the man. That is complete out to the 35. Sneaking in behind Gary Peters, which you don't say very often, was Carrick Wheatfall, and that's his first catch of the season.
Brady went straight off the field.
He knew something was up. Schoen takes that one from Strebler, and will be just shy of a first down.
But see, this drive for the Bombers is successful already. They've got field position back.
Wilson in the game, lunges ahead, first down, Winnipeg. It kind of feels like that drive that BC had in the third quarter against Edmonton last week.
But how much this demoralizes the BC defense here. Strebler keeps this going.
They'll work from their own 53. Strebler sidearms it to Schoen. He's got some space. Schoen trying to break a tackle. Will get the second half. 3 receivers wide left here for Strebler. Looking deep, down the field, drops it in at the 5, touchdown, Strebler strikes again. It's Karen Wheatfall, and the Bombers find the end zone.
Just like what the Lions did last week, this is a massive Bomber drive, starting from their own 2-yard line. They get out of trouble, so at the very least, they can punt it with some room. Then,
If anybody was doubting his ability to pass, checked a lot of boxes there, didn't he?
yeah, and he did it from the pocket, deep in the pocket on that deep sort of shallow corner route.
Rourke has to step up in the pocket, looking for a response to Hatcher, and he's got it. Are you kidding me? He'll get it to the 20, down to the 10, looking for the end zone. Got it. Oh my goodness, what is happening? What a response from Rourke, and Hatcher goes to the house. BC answers back.
That is how quick it can happen in Canadian football. Big drive from the 2-yard line for Chris Strebler and the Bomber offense, and Nathan Rourke in one play erases the 7 points. Body control from Keon Hatcher. He's one-on-one with the safety and Jamal Parker back there, and a nice block at the end from his teammate Barry Hill to spring Hatcher for the major.
Gets that one through and makes it 25-17. Round as well, and we're just settling in here on Thursday Night Football. Still a quarter and a half to go.
Finish, Hatch. Finish 4.
You know, we talked about Hatcher earlier and how they were bringing help over.
Yep.
And that time it was just straight up one-on-one. And he was able to beat his man.
Yeah, there's different kinds of combination coverages too, and it starts to get more and more complicated, but it just is, sometimes you're playing almost a zone look on one side, man look on the other, and you get a matchup with the safety, and that time Jamal Parker and Keon Hatcher got matched up. Here we go.
Trayvon's got it in midfield, and he's going to be forced out just inside the 50. He has shown some flashes in the return game thus far tonight. Now they're going to move quick here, too.
Matthew Betts chasing on the inside, and
Strebler turns. That one batted down and falls incomplete. Was looking for Wheatfall, but it's closed and locked down by Robert Carter. Twice.
yeah.
At 11 from 50 and beyond. That's a league record. Sergio Castillo just inside the right hash. A 50-yarder. That one is up, and it is good. Sneaks it inside the right upright, and the Bombers bounce back with some points of their own, courtesy a great return from Trayvon. Will start this drive on his own 40-yard line. Takes a look again, down the field again, and who else? It's Hatcher. He's got him again, and Hatcher breaks loose. He'll get it down to the 30. Barry Hill there with another block, and a flag this time as Hatcher took it down inside the 20. Is that a flag on Barry Hill?
Yeah, it looked like it. That's all it could be over there.
Major foul. Blindside block.
After the penalty, they work to the 35. A bobble. Rourke picks it back up, dumps it off to his running back, Butler. Wow. And they're going to get about 5 yards out of that. It's a little bit messy along the way.
Wow. So I'm pretty sure Buck Pierce doesn't have in his playbook, okay, here's what we're going to do.
Are you sure?
Just roll it along the ground. You just scramble and get it. No, this was just a noise issue, a crowd issue that didn't get the snap count. I don't think Rourke even got into his cadence. He was just looking at the defense at that point and then just made something happen on the fly.
Crowd going at it again. 2nd and 5. Rourke dumps it off. Incomplete to Toy. Hot shot coming in. Got a hand on it, though. Could not hang on, and Sean White will be called into work and make it an 8-point game with a field goal attempt. 37-yard field goal attempt here. And that one is up, and it is through as well. Castillo and White taking care of business tonight. This week, Strebler quickly screen, Wheatfall, and he has a little bit of daylight. He'll get it down to the 50 before he's tracked down and taken down by Beaulieu. By the BC defense. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. And flags here against the Bombers. This will back them up a little bit more. Does Butler. Bombers will send 5. Rourke down the field, and that is deflected. He was looking for Hatcher again, and this time Bonds was there to break it up.
Yeah, this was to go back to the single receiver being Keon Hatcher into the boundary, trying to get the same matchup and threatening like they were going to go deep again. There's Hatcher here. Instead of going deep, he tries to curl it up. Timing throw to see if they can get a new set of downs in the first, but Terrell Bonds jumps it. He's not scared.
Taken at the 30, brought back out just shy of the 45. Now a little extra push ahead as Rahul gets some help. And decent field position for Strebler with an 8-point lead. Peterson will slide over to the left of his quarterback as well. Takes the ball. 4, maybe 5 on first down. I'm still waiting for Strebler to pull that one at one point.
You pulled it a couple of times.
You know it's coming at some point, I think. Back to Peterson again. He's got room right up the middle. First down inside the 50. As he closes in on a 100-yard game in his CFL debut. He's knocking on the door right now. Bombers have a lead through 3 quarters in their home opener against the BC Lions. Can they seal it away in the 4th quarter? We'll find out. It's Thursday Night Football on TSN. Strebler from the BC 46, first down, out into the flats, has Wheatfall, and a nice tackle made over there by Ronald Kent Jr.
Field position.
2nd and 5 for Strebler. Gets it away, puts it in a perfect spot. That's down to the 15 and now the 10. Right back to Carrick Wheatfall, who's having himself a game. He's over 100 yards on 5 catches.
Yeah, before the game, Davis Sanchez said, I want to see if Chris Strebler can, be a passer. Can he pass? Can he throw the ball well enough that we go, okay, yeah, he could be a starter in the game. And because his sample size is small, and we know that he can run. We were even surprised he hasn't pulled the ball.
Yeah.
But he has shown that he can throw from that pocket, threw around the rush there. That was deadly accurate.
Empty backfield here, 4 to the left, 2 to the right, and now he's going to take off. A little bit of a delayed quarterback draw, still pushing ahead, and finally will be stopped. Looked like he almost spun himself open, and now he hops up, and he is fired up, isn't he? Bombers finished the job. Peterson stands in to the right of Strebler. Strebler, corner out, drops it in. Steal for a 15-point cushion. And that is doinked off the uprights. He can't believe it. The lead remains 14, 6 plays, 65 yards. Strebler, Tedemski again.
Strebler out there to Dembski.
Second half for Strebler, 8 of 10, 167 yards. 2 touchdowns. This time it's Berryhill on the return. Oh, and he's hammered and the ball is out. That scramble at the 35, and who's got it? The Bombers say it's them. The Lions say it's them. And it is Winnipeg ball. What a turn of events in the crowd. At Princess Auto Stadium erupts. Strebler. Had some time, couldn't find anybody, and is taken down by Dwayne Hendricks.
Tackle.
Castillo from 47. He's got 2 that were deeper than this tonight. That is up, and it is Castillo, after doinking an extra point, pushes that one wide as well. This starts in their own 6. Rourke with time, has some room down the field. Berryhill comes back to it, tackled immediately by Bridges, but he's got a first down. Comes in to block for his quarterback. Rourke gets it away again, and that is hauled in near sideline. Some fancy footwork from McInnes, and they got a first down.
Footwork and concentration. Justin McInnes has a defender underneath him and has to fight through it to get to this ball and keep his concentration. It's coming right in your living room. You can concentrate on this now. Lock in. Defender's going for it. His hands are in your face. And I'll just outreach you above you.
That's the high ball you were talking about earlier in the game.
That was intercepted.
When he missed it, yeah. First and 10 from the 35. Rourke pressured, trying to escape. Had Catoy, and he dropped it. Looked like that was in his hands, and it popped out. I'm not sure how Rourke got rid of that one. Rourke there. Second and 10. Gets it away again, and how about that? They'll say incomplete. Dietrich Nichols, great job. Because Hatcher went down and had that, and Nichols just sort of looked over top of him and batted it away.
Rourke's laboring a little bit. Hatcher was super frustrated, but that's Dietrich Nichols. Man, this guy punches above his weight class. He is just one of the toughest players. Comes in, is physical with Hatcher. Besides, he's a little late to get to the ball and then strips him just to make sure.
Great play.
That's great timing and hustle to get over there.
Of the 45. Let's take a look at Rourke as we go to break. We'll let you see what we saw after the throw. Feeling it a little bit with no contact. Interesting. Not good. Brady Oliveira out earlier in the game.
There's your pull.
Betts. Streveler on the run. And Betts would not let him get away, would he? And now Streveler's going to go over and say a couple of things to Betts.
You know who I am? You know who I am? You know I hate that shit. So he pulled it. We were wondering because he hadn't pretty much all game long. So this is Betts redirecting. And Betts cuts him off.
With the special teams tackle.
Yeah, I don't think Buck Pierce is going to hesitate here. This is Jeremiah Masoli, number 2 spot. Nathan Rourke, it looks like his night is done. A little banged up after this one.
36-year-old Jeremiah Masoli called into duty.
Jeremiah Masoli.
Very deep position right now. Masoli with a flag, gets it away. It's complete, but there's a flag on both sides of the field here. Does Mazzoli have some magic in him here? Gets that one away. Flag as the ball is caught by the running back, James Butler. And that's going to be against Winnipeg for Mazzoli. Pump fake, far side. And that this time is held onto by Catoy.
Jeremiah Masoli, 28 touchdowns that season.
Hand it off to Butler, trying to find a hole, and he's got one big enough to pick up a first down. Let's send it down on the sidelines to Britt Dort. See something to monitor. Oblique injury, Mazzoli on the run. Dumps it off to Butler. He's got a ton of room. Butler will take it outside the 40, down to the 50. Butler cuts it back over midfield, and a big play from James Butler. A loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Mazzoli from the pocket. Oh, he's in trouble. Heaves it away. Far side. Intercepted. Waiting for it there. Marquise Bridges takes it away. His 2nd of the game. And that will almost do it. Peterson bouncing off one man. Streveler downfield to block. And Peterson tracked down from behind. But he's got a first down again. run now in their last 19 after a bye week, going back to 2017. So bit of a twist on it, with it also being their first game of the year.
Again, saying the schedule's perfect no matter what it says. But I ask because I think there would be an advantage. If you have the bye and you can see all the other teams, the wall wasn't good enough.
Final play of the game, McInnes gets it down to the 30. Stays on his feet and will eventually be tackled just shy of the 20. And that will do it. Winnipeg, 34-20 victory. Injuries loom large on both sides. Coming out of this one, Strevler the victory, though, Suits.